Hello, hello. So, have you ever wondered to yourself, like, why aren't people buying from me? Or maybe you've talked to somebody and they didn't end up purchasing, and you're wondering, like, what the heck is going on? Why are people not buying from me like I thought they would? Let us know if you have ever thought that. Lisa Karen here. I'm going to go ahead and add Tash, and we will jump into these 7 reasons why people are not buying from you. Here she comes. Oh, Tash, I can't add you for some reason. You're going to have to hop off and hop back on. So if you are hopping on, let us know you're out there. Let us know where in the world you are tuning in from. And let's see if I can add Tash now. Nope. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Ah! Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. So we're going to dive into these 7 reasons. Hopefully Tash can join me in just a minute. For those of you who don't know us, we are the founders of the Boss Beauties Academy, online business academy for women in business. And let's see if she is there. No, Allison, I can add you. You want to come on? I can't add Tash, but I can add Allison. How are you, Allison? So I'm just going to dive in and hopefully I can add her. But let me know if you have ever wondered this thought, like, why are people not buying from me? Or why are more people not buying from me? Or that person seems so interested. Why didn't they buy from me? Because there are lots of reasons, more than what we're going to talk about today, but we picked 7 of some of the top reasons. Tash, I still can't add you. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It's not letting me add you. So, and ladies, you can share this out. This group is public, so you can share this with your lady entrepreneur friends who might be wondering this same thing, like, why the heck am I not getting more sales? Why are more people not buying from me? And if you do share, let me know so I can thank you. And Tash, I still can't add you. All right, so let's jump in while hopefully I can add Tash. You might have to log out, Tash, and log back in. We'll get her here somehow, some way. All right, so number 1, and this one is super common. You've probably done it. I know I've done it. Is you give people too much information, all right? A confused mind never buys. Have you ever heard that? A confused mind never buys, all right? So are you, oh, yay, I can add her, finally. Could you be overwhelming people with too much information? There you are, yay.
I don't know what was up with that. That was weird. So, but hey, hello.
All right. I've jumped into number 1, too much information.
Jumped into number 1. Okay, awesome.
And ladies, a lot of us do this, and you do it with great intentions. And it's like you have all of this information that you're like, oh my God, they need to know about this, and they need to know about that, and I'm going to send them this, I'm going to add them this group, I'm going to send them this video. And all they did was maybe like ask about your product, or maybe they made a comment on one of your videos that they wanted more information, and you just fire hose them with stuff. Have any of you ever done that? Or maybe you haven't even noticed you've done it, and you're wondering why, when I connect with people, do they not answer me back? And they're overwhelmed with too much information.
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, been there, done that. So, I mean, don't feel bad about that, ladies. I mean, you do what when you learn, you learn. But we've all done it. That's all I gotta say. I remember being that person that if somebody just showed a little bit of interest, it was like, well, here's my PDF on this product. Here's my PDF on this product. Sending them articles and this and that and all this stuff, and it's like, and then it's crickets, because at that point they're
like, I didn't really want to read 3 articles and join a Facebook group and check out that video. Just tell me what I need to know. And simple works, ladies. The less is more when it comes to giving people information. And part of what can guide you is if you ask questions. Let the questions guide you so that you can listen for what they're really looking for from you. Because sometimes people are ready to buy like right then and there, and they don't need anything. They don't have any other questions, but you've talked yourself out of a sale because you've assumed they need to know all the details and the ingredients and the facts and the success stories and the testimonials, and you like just send all of this stuff. So you've completely talked yourself out of a sale.
Oh gosh, yeah, I've been there, done that. Have you ladies done this before? Facebook is rude today, Allison.
The proverbial vomit, product vomit or company vomit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a common thing, and we've all done it. So, but that can definitely turn
So
people off.
before you send people tons of information and facts and PDFs and links and articles and add them to groups and videos, take time to ask questions and listen
oh gosh,
first.
that's really so
Because there's a
important.
small percentage of people that want all of that. All right. It's a
Yeah.
really small percentage of people that want to like research it to death and they want all the facts and they got 99 questions. Most
And those
people don't
people will,
fall into
yeah,
that category.
right.
I'm
And
one of
those
those
people will
people.
tell you. Those people, not
I'm one of
me,
those people. Not for everything, but for a lot of things. I'm like, I want to know
Yeah.
all the things.
So those people, those kind of people, though, will say, send me the
Yes.
facts.
Yes.
Send me,
And
some
if they
information.
don't
They want,
ask you, ask them. Would you like any more information? Is there anything you needed to know? Do you have any questions? Like, that's your job to guide the conversation before you fire hose people.
fire hose people. I love that. Okay. I love it. I love it. All right. So another one, here's a second one that we want to talk about, and that is that you're not showing enough emotion, enough excitement. You have to be excited. You got to show people your passion about your products and your services. If you're not excited, they're not going to be excited, right? They're not going to join in if you're not fired up. So get fired up, right?
Yes, and part of this too, ladies, is that goes hand in hand with this is not only do you want to be like excited about what you have to offer because hopefully you really believe in it and you're excited to share it with somebody, but do you genuinely care to help them, to get them the best solution for them? Or are you just really attached to getting a sale? Because people will pick that up from you.
They
Does
will.
she really believe in what she's saying? They're subconsciously doing this, by the way. They're not consciously going, does she believe in what she is doing? Does she really like these products? Does she really care to help me? They're not consciously asking themselves these questions, but subconsciously they're judging this whole interaction with you. And those are things that they are picking up on. Like, have you ever had people
Yep.
try to sell you something and they could care less if you really need it or if it's going to solve your problem and they just really want the sale? Like those mall kiosk people who
You
like
feel
stop
it.
you
Yeah.
and you're like, ew, like go away.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I had
Exactly.
one
So there
woman,
there is
a mall kiosk woman stop me and she complimented me on my earrings. And that was a really good thing because compliments, you can never go wrong, but it was very fake. And she
yes.
used it just to stop me, but she did get my attention because you can never go wrong with a genuine compliment. But this is where she went wrong. It wasn't genuine. And then she just jumped in and assumed I needed her stuff and didn't ask me like if I have any problems with my skin or, was I looking for anything or how I felt about my current skincare. Like she didn't ask me any questions. She just pointed out a flaw she saw on my face. So she went from complimenting me to insulting me, assuming I would need her products. And I was like, okay, I'm leaving now. Like I didn't even think that was a problem. I wasn't even worried about that. But now you've insulted me,
Yeah,
assuming I need your
yeah.
thing.
Exactly. 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 So, but showing emotion and being excited about your product or service, that's going to excite the other.
Are
And
you
it needs,
excited?
yeah, do you have that passion inside about whatever it is that you're selling, whatever it is? This is something that you have to, and if you're not, you need to find a way to find that passion. You need to find a way to get excited. You need to find some way to get excited about it. I know of a gal who used to be actually she used to be at Boss Beauties, and she quit her business though, and I saw from the beginning of what the problem was here, and and I told her, I said, she didn't believe in the results of her product. Okay, she said she just wasn't sure. She didn't really see that it was doing the things that they are claiming. And she says, but she really liked the products, but she just didn't know if it was really working for other people. But she said she liked them, but she didn't have that passion behind them. I said, you have to find a way to fall in love with these products, or you're going to have a tough time selling. And she just couldn't come to terms with that. She couldn't come to terms finding a way to fall in love. And she ended up just saying, you know what, this is just probably not for me. Now, she was only with us for a very, very, very short time. And, and I hated that for her. But that's what happens, ladies. If we don't have that passion behind whatever it is that we're selling, it's going to be hard. We're not going to have fun doing it. And
Yep.
when we're not having fun, we're not going to make sales.
It's hard
Plain
to
and simple.
sell something that you don't 100% believe in,
Yeah,
because not only is it hard for you to communicate that, but it's on the receiving end, the other person picks that up from you. All right.
they do.
So we're going to move on to number 3, because we got 7 reasons why
Oh
people aren't buying
gosh.
from you.
Yeah, we
We're
could
going to
be here
move
all
on to
day,
number
so we don't want to do
3.
that. Yeah.
And number 6 is a really interesting one. So stick with us to number 6, because this is a really good one. And a lot of people don't realize that they're making this mistake. So stick with us. But number 3 is wrong timing. So ladies, sometimes it just is the wrong time for people, right? You're talking to someone about products or maybe joining your business or something, but guess what? You know what? They're in the middle of a family crisis or a life crisis, and they're interested, but it's just not the right time. Or maybe they're leaving on vacation, or maybe they got slammed with some unexpected expense, and they might not disclose all this to you. And you might take it the wrong way, or, thinking they're not interested, but they seem interested, and you're scratching your head like, why are they not buying? Or maybe they don't get back to you about your message, but they meant to, and they mean well, and they're just interrupted with life. That happens all of the time. So that's why it's really important to stay in connection with people. Maybe that
That's why
person said,
follow up. Yes, gotta follow up. Yeah.
yep. So maybe that person said, not right now. I am interested. It's just not a good time. I'm busy. Let me get back to you. Let me think about it. I got this going on. Or maybe they read the message, they don't get back. Put them on your list to kind of circle back to them in, a couple weeks and just check in. Hey, how's it going? I just want to see how you're doing.
So important.
You don't
So
necessarily
important.
have to go like, hey, you ready to buy? Like, here's my link. Like you said, you're interested, because then that can turn them off really quick. But just see how they're doing. Reconnect with them. Have you thought any more about what we
Exactly.
talked about? Do you have any other questions? Is there something I can answer for you? I didn't hear back from you. Hope everything's
Yeah.
okay. So
Exactly.
don't write people
Exactly.
off just because they don't buy when you want them to buy, because genuinely, sometimes it is just a bad time. And that's the truth.
Timing. Yes. And hello, Nancy. Hello, Jacqueline, Melanie, Christina. I pulled y'all up. I can see who's here now. Cruz. Good morning, Allison. Good morning. Good morning, ladies. Sherry. So happy to see your beautiful faces. But yeah, timing is definitely one of those that it is what it is, right? You got to be on top of it. And don't forget to follow up. Very, very important. So here's number 4. This one is really super important, and it's just you just haven't earned their trust yet, and that is a valid point here. Okay, we need to learn to trust the person that we are purchasing from.
Especially online, ladies. It's so different online than
Yes,
when you're face to face with someone, or you're standing in their home and
it is.
you see them as a
Yeah,
human.
and for women, that's even more intense for us. Like, we really have to have that trust. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's a very emotional experience for us women and ladies. As you're going through this, we're talking about these reasons they may not buy from you. Put yourself also in the shoes of the person purchasing. You have to remember how you actually feel when you are purchasing. Do you feel comfortable buying from somebody that you don't really know, like, or trust? Probably not. But if you find somebody that piques your interest, and they do have valuable information to share with you, and they inspire you, they make you they make you want to come back and see them again. Those feelings that you're feeling right there, pay attention to those. Take note of what's going on there, because that's what's happening to other women as well. So, and we have to remember, this is an emotional experience, and trust is a huge part of that experience. Trust is a feeling.
And what
That
is
is
the
a feeling we
statistic
get.
Online? It takes that much longer to build trust online than it does in person. I can't remember. There's an
I
actual
think it's like
statistic.
I think it's like 6 months is what, isn't it? 6 months. I think it's like
There is
12
a statistic.
interactions
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
a
Yeah.
lot more than if you meet somebody in person. right? Because it's a different experience when we're not like actually connected in the same room and we can really pick. That's why live video is so important, by the way, ladies. So if you're not
Yeah.
doing live video, because guess what? We're not face to face, but you're in my home, you're in Tash's home. Sometimes you'll hear my
You can
puppies
see us,
bark.
our
You can
mannerisms.
feel our
Yeah.
energy. You can see our body language. You make an eye contact with us, sort of, right? You can kind of pick up on things and say, oh, they're like a genuine person. You can
Yeah.
pick up
We're
on how
real.
we express
You can
things
pinch us.
that
No.
that oh my god, I do feel that from them, that they care, that they have my best interest at heart. You can't duplicate that from a post. Live video is so much faster. It's faster than like just posting and, written stuff, right? It's seeing that
So
person
true.
and experiencing them. So trust is a huge thing, ladies. So if people message you and maybe they don't really know you yet and they are genuinely interested, but they haven't bought yet and you're wondering why the heck, it just is, you might not have earned their trust just yet. And we've had people who have, joined our academy or, joined a program or something, and they've been connecting with us for months and months and months. And we've talked to them and we know who they are. But it took them months and months and months before they felt comfortable enough to say yes. All right. So sometimes you just have to do a little bit more work on your end to earn that
And
trust.
and sometimes they're just not your people.
Yes.
I mean, and that's just the way that it is. They're just not your people. We have Lisa and I have that happen with us too. I mean, it's just the way that it is. Sometimes,
And it's nothing personal. That's how
it's
life
nothing
works.
personal.
I'm not going to like
Yeah.
everybody, and you're not going to like everybody. And I'm not going to want to buy from just anyone, and neither are you. And I'm going to watch one person on a live video who says the same thing as another person, but I don't connect with that one person. And it's nothing personal, right? It's just how life works. So focus on the people who are your people, who do connect with you, right? Don't worry about the ones who, don't end up buying from you or unfollow you or unfriend you. And that's okay. And that's part of this journey. And that's the hardest thing for
Exactly.
people to get over. So let's move along here.
Yes, yes. So another one is that they don't understand the value of your product or service. They don't understand. They don't, sometimes we just assume that they know,
This
right?
one
We
is so
assume
important.
that they're not interested,
And then you're going, how do they not see that this is the best shake in the whole world? And these are the best ingredients, and it's going to get them these results. Like, how many of you have products that you think are the best? Probably if you're selling them, yes, you do, right? And you're going, I know, I've read the science, I've read the research, I heard all the stories. I know, like, how do they not see that? How many
Yeah,
of you
but you
have
know
done
what,
that?
ladies? We have to be really careful with this too, though, this part of it, because they're not really, the even though you're like, I talk about the feature, I list all of the ingredients, I show, I let everybody know what the features and benefits are. That's not what people are looking for, okay? So you got to remember that when we're talking about value of your product or service, it's got to be something that they feel that can help them to
It's the
transform their
result.
life in some
Yes.
way.
They're
So there
looking for
has
the
to be a
result. That's what they're buying
transformation
for.
that they're looking for, how is this going to make my life better? How is this going to make my life different? How is it going to improve my life? And there's a lot of ways that you can and ladies, you have to, one thing that is really super important, us working online here, is people are always looking for quicker, faster, and new. Like something that's new and innovative.
It's like,
Something
why do
that's
I want to buy
quicker
that
can be,
lipstick instead of the one at
or,
Sephora?
saves them time, saves them energy. Those type of things are things that people really like, especially online. So if you can help to meet some of those needs with those people, with people, that can really help you with the value, because that is value. That is value. That is a valuable thing. But remember, they're looking at how you can transform their lives, not just what your features and benefits are. Don't tell me about all the facts and figures. I want to know, well, how is it going to impact my life?
Yes. Why is this better than the other one over there? Why am I paying more for this one? What is the benefit? Why is this better? Why do I need this, right?
Why should I buy from you?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of service, customer service are you going to give me over the other person? One thing about working with you is that, instead of Amazon, is that they're going to have a real person that they're going to be able to talk to. They're going to have a person that a face that they can see, that they can talk to, that has a genuine interest in them. Touch on those things. That's part of your value. That's what makes you stand out different from Walmart or from Amazon or from the local drugstore. So you want to play that part as well. That customer service, that customer experience. That's part of the value that you bring.
Yes, and ladies, what this point really boils down to is communication, right? And this is a bit of a skill to develop. Some of us are more natural and great communicators, and others not so much. And most of us probably fall on the not so much. And we have to develop these communication skills so we can communicate the things that that person needs to hear for them to say yes. And where you can go wrong with this is saying the same thing over and over again and handling every conversation with the same information. And you're like, why am I not getting results? And a lot of times it's what you're saying or not saying. So you always want to be looking how you can fine tune things and connect with people so that they hear what they need to hear to make that decision. So that's just something to keep in mind, is that communication piece is so much, and you'd be surprised the impact, just changing a sentence, a word, a verb, how you just shift it a little bit, how that makes all the difference in the results you're getting.
Certainly make a difference, for sure.
All right, so number 6, this one is a good one, ladies, and this is one that you're probably not even realize that you are not doing, is, are you actually asking for the sale? When is the last time you asked somebody, like, are you ready?
Hold on, excuse me, interruption. I got to ask the ladies something. We actually
Did you get
have
a broadcast
challenge
in your ear? Like, hold on, breaking news, it's coming through my earphone. Are you ready?
It's coming through right now. It's coming through. I want to be sure that Lisa and I don't miss out on this one, on number 6 here, and that we want to ask you all to join us in our free 5-day challenge that starts on Sunday, Fall in Love with Sales Challenge. We know the struggle. We know that ladies, we understand. And here's the thing, I'm just going to ask you to join us. Join us. If you are not in there, just do #love. It's going to be a great challenge, brand new. We're going to help you fall in love with sales. Sales is a struggle for us women. We've been taught the wrong way. We've been taught strategies from a man's perspective, and it's time that we take that profession of sales and we make it something beautiful. So we want you to join us, and that starts on Sunday evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just #love.
And this is for those of you who have ever thought, sales is hard. I'm not good at sales. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be spammy. I don't want people to think I'm that sales girl. You have a hard time asking for the sale. You feel uncomfortable and icky, and you hear the word and you're like, I love my products, but this whole sales piece, like, I don't want to be a salesperson. How many of you thought any of those things? If you have, this challenge is meant for you, because this point, why are people not buying from you, is you're not asking them to, right? You're not asking for the sale. We just asked you to join us. Now, mind you, this is something free, but we've given you that offer. We've given you how you can join us. You leave a word and we're going to get you the group to join, and you can join the free challenge. But how many times are you in a conversation with somebody, maybe in Messenger, and they're like, oh, can you tell me more about those essential oils? And you're like, yeah, and you give them, and maybe they ask you a question, and then you're like, okay, well, let me know if you need anything else. And you just leave it there. And they're like, that's just kind of like the waitress coming over and going, here's the menu, here's all of the amazing features we have, and we got this delicious steak, and this is just tonight only. And then she walks away and never takes your order, and you're like, okay, well, like, how do I actually order and get it like delivered here so I can eat it, because that sounds really good. So you have a conversation and somebody asks you about your amazing essential oils that are going to help them with their anxiety and their stress, and they're all excited. They're thinking, relief, maybe I'll be able to calm down and like relax and sleep better. And then you're like, okay, well, like, just let me know if you need anything else, bye. And they're like, okay, like, well, what do I do next? Have you popped the question? Have you said, you know what, are you ready to get started with these today? You know, here is my, website. This is all you have to do. Click here and click this, and then you can get it delivered to your home, and you can start using it tomorrow. That's how fast it comes. And they're going, whoo, relief, it's coming tomorrow. Do you take that next step with people, or do you just leave them hanging like the waitress who says, no steak for you, honey. I'm going to make your mouth water, and then I'm not going to ask you if you want to order. No steak for you. None for you.
No soup for you.
No
soup for you. Yeah.
I don't even like steak. I'm a vegetarian. Why am I talking about steak?
Well,
I know lots of you like it. I don't eat meat, ladies. I've never ate meat in my whole life. So trying to sell steak to a vegetarian, that's another problem. Who are you talking to, honey?
I know, right? Remember the audience. Remember who you're talking to. All right, so be sure to ask, and that was a good one. So here's the last one we want to share with you, and this is an important one that I think many of you forget to use this one. This is so important. All right, they may not be buying from you because there's a fear there, like what if they don't like it? What if it doesn't work? What if? So you need to let them know that you have a money back guarantee.
If you do, right?
Yes.
And if you don't, find a way that you do. Because that really is the seal of the deal. Because a lot of people are like, that's a lot of money. Like, wow, if I want to buy all those shakes that are going to last me a month, and it's like $179, and I'm like, whoo, what if I don't like them? Like, what if they taste bad?
You need to definitely, and especially if they're making a big investment, there needs to be some type of we have a money back guarantee. If somebody joins our academy, within the first 7 days, if they're not happy, they can have all their money back. We're cool with that, because sometimes people join and maybe they're not our people. We get that. It's cool. You can have money back. That's why with the same thing, when you have your products, make sure most companies do have
stand
some
behind
type
their products.
of
So hopefully your company does
guarantee. So yeah,
and if they do,
most of them
monopolize that.
Use that. You need to use that in your conversations and when you're creating your content and making your offers. Let people know that there's no risk here.
Yes.
Is what basically it is. There's no risk, because if you're not happy, you can have your money back.
You might be surprised what that can do for you, ladies. When you communicate, that's that word again, communication. When you communicate, and how many of you do a lot of samples? And you're like spending all this money in samples, and you're like, man, I'm sending out samples, I'm spending all this money, and I'm not really getting a lot of people to buy from you, because that's the typical story. More people do samples and spend a ton of money and don't get much results from it, because there's a lot of freebie seekers. But it's like, if you have a money back guarantee, it's like, why do you need samples? I go to Sephora and I don't need a sample of that lipstick or the perfume. I can bring it back if I don't like it, if it's the wrong color.
And how many times I get the free things from Sephora, all the points, and then you get the free things. Never use them. I have never bought a product that I got a sample from in my entire life. Never. I've never, any product that anybody's ever given me, I have never, ever, ever bought a product from a sample.
And oftentimes samples aren't enough. Like if you give somebody a sample of your shake or your shampoo and they get to use it once, a lot of these products need, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months before they start receiving those results, right?
Exactly.
So communicate that money back guarantee. And that's why I shop at places, to be honest. Like I go to Costco because I can return anything, no questions asked, if I don't like it.
Okay,
Sephora
I take that
back.
I take it back. I've been to Costco and they've given me a sample of something that may taste
Costco's
really good, or
different.
Trader Joe's.
Like, who doesn't love Costco samples?
Okay.
We're talking
I have
food.
bought those. I have bought from those, but that's that instant gratification.
Yes, because you're like,
that's
ooh,
the
I
difference.
need to eat this for dinner tonight, or this is such a yummy treat. I'm serving this for my guests. That's different because it's that instant pleasure. It's like, ooh, I like this. But, something like a shampoo or a shake or a gut health supplement, it's like, okay, I've tried these pills for 3 days and I'm not really seeing anything. I don't want it. If you tried it all.
Skincare is a big one. I mean, that's like how you need time. You need time to see
the difference.
My
wrinkles aren't gone in 3 days? I'm not buying that crap.
Right? Exactly. So isn't that the truth? So it's like and even with shampoo, like shampoo, well, maybe with shampoo. I've never had a sample. Nobody's ever given me a sample of shampoo before. That's
Next
interesting.
thing you know, your inbox is full. I got some samples for you.
I know.
But the
But
point of
it's
this
that
is,
it is
ladies,
the instant gratification though.
yes.
So that's why, and that's the thing, if you have products that you're selling that are not going to be able to be instantly seeing the results, sometimes that's a waste of time. You're going to be better off having them try the products and having that guarantee behind it so that they can have time to experience them and see the results, because that's, they need to see that transformation. If you're going to go and go into Sam's Club and or Costco or whatever, Trader Joe's, and you're going to try something that's new you've never tasted before, and this tastes good, that they've already got that gratification. So I'm ready. I'm in. This is different. So keep that in mind. Especially if it's a long term, which most of us have products that you need to use a little bit longer than just one time to really see a change, a difference, right? So just keep that in mind as well.
I was actually the sample girl at Costco when I was in high school. Has nothing to do with the video, but just a little bit of information just in case you're wondering.
Yeah, yeah.
Would
And
you like a sample?
Nancy says whoever says that you get instant results with skincare is telling you stories, and that is the truth. So, and that's like with almost all of the products, really, ladies. It's really tough.
And I know a lot of companies, meanwhile, give samples, and all of a sudden you're spending all this money and you're like, I'm not making any money. I'm giving out samples. One person out of like the 50 people I sampled bought, but it cost me way more in samples than I made. And you're like, how am I ever going to get ahead with this? Utilize this
Well,
money back guarantee.
yeah. And I just want to throw something else about samples is that just, is you have to think about this. When you are going into, let's just use Trader Joe's again. I'm going into Trader Joe's because I have a need. I have a problem. I need to get food. I want to,
Need to fill my
I'm
belly.
I'm solving a problem, right? I need my groceries.
I need to survive.
Right? So, right? Exactly. It's like, oh. so I, and if they give me a sample, that's already meeting
Especially
a
when you're hungry
need,
too.
Right? And that's like, yeah. So, and it's different when they see you, coming, on social media and trying to, offer your products. They may not have that immediate need right now. So so when I walk into like a Sephora and I'm paying and they give me those samples, I've already just purchased everything that I needed when I was here. I don't need all these things, these other samples. So what happens to those samples? They end up getting tossed, they end up getting lost. And if I do try them, I've never bought from them. So you got to think about the need behind it as well. That's really important. That's why parties, ladies, if you have the type of a party company where you can do parties, in-person parties, do them. Because
even if you don't, almost every product you can connect with people in person and let them. You have shakes, you could have a fitness wellness night and you could have some healthy appetizers and they can try your shake.
That changes it. That transforms
Spa
it.
night and we can do nails and makeup and try the skincare and I'll pamper you and I'm going to do your face and your toes and then they can experience
now, that's worth it. That's worth it. And people buy. People will. That's when you can really get the purchases. That's when those samples or those, trying them out, that's when those really help. But when you just send somebody a sample in the mail, usually that sometimes they do, but
and then you connect with them. Did you try that sample? And they're like, no, I haven't had a chance yet. And then another week goes, let me know how you made out with that sample. And they're like, oh my God.
It's like, do you know how much I paid for that?
I put it in the cupboard and I totally forgot about it. Oh, I'll try it next week. I'll get to it, I promise. And then they never try it. And it's like,
yeah.
All right, ladies. Hopefully that was helpful for you all, gives you something to think about. And thank you all for joining us. And again, we are having our free 5-day Fall in Love with Sales challenge starting Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It is free. It is open to everybody. And it is going to be an awesome challenge where we are going to help you fall in love with sales. So if you have ever had the thought sales are icky, I don't like selling, I don't want to be a sales girl, I don't want to do it, sales is hard, this challenge is for you, just pop a hashtag love down below. And for those of you who follow our business page, we'll see you Monday at 10 a.m.
And ladies, Jules, any of you Jules out there? I know I see a lot of Jules on here today. We'll meet you in the academy in 20 minutes.
For our live
11,
coaching Q&A. Bring your
11 p.m.
questions.
Yep, live coaching Q&A. All right, love you,
Bye,
ladies.
ladies.